Hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of A to Z Mega Madness. This time, we are featuring Mega Blaziken, everyone's favourite chicken. Now, I'm David Partington, one of the Pokémon casters, and I'm going through all of the Mega Evolutions from A to Z, and just making a team out of them, whether they're good or bad. And so this time, Mega Blaziken is luckily a little bit more of a standard Mega, which has made team building and hopefully the games today a little bit easier. But it's definitely not one that everyone is wanting to use at the moment, but it's a really interesting one. So let's dig into what is so special about this Pokemon and the team that we're featuring today. Now, hopefully it's not something that's been too similar to what's out there already. I mean, chances are there probably is, but I promise I've not tried to copy anybody, and if it does look like it, then I'm glad that I've been able to emulate someone who's pretty good. So, first of all, Blaziken has that fire and fighting combination, right? Really good, really interesting type as well, because there aren't a lot of other Pokemon that are doing the same thing right now, where you're combining those two together. And that makes it a Pokemon that's, for instance, your fighting type that isn't weak to fire. Isn't weak to Fairy, for instance. Or it's your Pokemon that's kind of really good into Dark types, but could also offer that fire coverage into the Steel types. So having that combination together is really good. And Blaziken is its own speed control through that speed boost that it offers too. And then what is kind of really nice coverage as well is that Rock Tomb that we're running on it too, to basically hit Mega Charizard Y. That's pretty much the main thing. But it has one other usage too, because obviously it does lower speed of the opponent by one stage. And so because of Blaziken's naturally fast speed, it boosts up, and then it can get to the point where it can provide speed control for the other members of the team. So for instance, Basculegion Male is one of the best ones for using it on, because you don't want to hit it with the fire fighting moves, but what you can do, Rock Tomb it, lower its speed, particularly if it's that Choice Scarf variant, and then something else like the Ninetales Freeze Drive, for instance, can then pick it off. And then the rest of the team there is to kind of support it the best way it can. So Ninetales there, as I already spoke about, having that ice coverage is really nice for Blaziken, because it's Pokemon like Garchomp that Blaziken doesn't really want to face and can't KO easily, as well as Staraptor, as well as another big one. Ninetales with a Never Melt Ice makes sure it's going to get some really big damage out that it needs to. Particularly Staraptor as well, because even though it's not a KO with Never Melt Ice, what you can do is lower it low enough that even if the Staraptor then, say, goes through a close combat and raises its defenses, you're still got plenty of other Pokemon that aren't Ninetales that can then still pick off the rest of that health. And you also then kind of win the war if they're trying to roost in front of your ice moves constantly. Your Ever Melt Ice kind of means you're keeping up the damage enough. That's it. Doesn't mean they can break out of that cycle. Now, because this is such a fast-paced team, I felt like Aurora Veil wasn't quite worth it on Ninetales. I did try it in practice, but it just doesn't really pay off. You want to just be taking knockouts as fast as you can. And Encore is there to punish the opponent from trying to slow that down. Punishing protects, punishing fake outs, and has been really nice as well in terms of setup particularly, which can otherwise run through this team a little bit too easily. So we've also got Frigoraph to help support that too. Again, stopping fake outs, but also stopping Trick Room. That really does throw a thorn in the side of all these Pokemon. So Frigoraph with the Imprisoned Trick Room is really good. The tricky thing is sometimes trying to spot the Trick Room option on the opposing teams. But once it's there, Frigoraph can really help. And because of all the special attack investments for Frigoraph, it's not useless either once it's done that too. That's a powerful Psychic that can come out, and particularly helpful for Toxapex and a few other Pokemon that kind of really can like shrug off Blaziken's hits basically. It's Staraptor again, another Pokemon that's good too. Now, given speed boost on Blaziken, you might wonder why Aerodactyl is here, honestly, because it's one of the best Pokemon at setting up Tailwind, isn't it? And it's a Mega on top of that. It's mainly because there are some matchups that you don't really want to play Blaziken. Some rain matchups particularly, where it's not quite so good, or a few kind of Charizard matchups, or lots of like Intimidate spam. Blaziken's maybe not quite as good there, where Aerodactyl can really shine. And there, you do want the speed control, right, for the rest of the team. So that's kind of why Aerodactyl's there. It's not that you can't really go alongside Blaziken. Like, sometimes just having the Mega choice every game is really nice. Do you want that extra power boost for Blaziken? Do you want the extra speed that Aerodactyl's Mega provides? Both are really nice options. Now, something we will definitely talk about is that Rotom mode. Not a common Pokemon at all. But What I'm struggling with the other 5 was Mega Charizard Y Venusaur. Wasn't an obvious answer into that duo. But Rotom Mo may not seem like an obvious answer, but actually helped out a lot here. So, with the calm nature and that much special defense, it can take on Charizard Y's attacks, Weather Ball, Heat Wave, and it can take on Venusaur's Starter Bomb as well. Now, what it's supposed to do there basically is you lead it with Aerodactyl, you protect Aerodactyl, and you Electro Web with Rotom. So what this does is it breaks the potential Focus Sash on the Venusaur that's in the sun, and lowers the speed enough that even though it's still got Chlorophyll active, Aerodactyl then should still outspeed. And then you can go for Tailwind, Thunderbolt. Now because of the extra chip you've maybe gotten on Charizard Y, you can Thunderbolt to get the rest of the damage down there and KO it, and Aerodactyl can KO the Venusaur with dual Wing Beat, or you can set up, Tailwind as well. And it needs to be Rotom Mo as well, because you need that grass typing to be immune to Sleep Powder, otherwise it doesn't really work. See, it doesn't work with like Rotom Wash, for instance, or any of the other Rotoms. You need that, obviously, the Oak Berry. So that duo works out really nicely, unless for some reason they double into Rotom. That would mean if they know there's an Oak Berry now. So, at least the best of one ladder, it's worked already in practice, and actually it's been really good. And then at least on there, it's just kind of filler for like hitting ground types, Garchomp, Mega Stomper, and finally, King Gambit. Really nice Pokemon there that can just punish those Intimidate spams, which otherwise this team does not appreciate. You imagine it's Cinnamoroar into like all of this right now? Yeah, it's not a great time, but King Gambit really makes the most of that, and really punishes those fairy types with Iron Hair. Just pretty standard 4 move sets there, other than it being Focus Sash and max speed, jolly max speed. So, actually, in Tailwind, it can outspeed other than the Rain team. Kangaskhan, Lucario, Meowscarada, Scizor, Swampert, Pelipper. Interesting. Blaziken looks very good here if I can shut off the rain, which I can with Ninetales, obviously. In the meantime, where do we start? Start with Aero, maybe Rotom. Yeah, Rotom looks alright. I was thinking like Ferreira, just for like helping handing everything. I don't know. Bring it back. Maybe never brought these 4 in this order before. Like it's slightly a bit of offense this way, but let's see. Oak Jr. Alright. Strong position for me at the moment. But they could just swap Scizor to Pelipper and Earthquake or to Blaziken at the moment, so I'm conscious of that. Maybe they brought the Scizor to try and deal with Rotom with the Bug Bite. Ooh. This is going to seem weird, I think, but I'm going to double protect. I just want them to, like, I just want to see what they're going to do. Yeah, so there's the Because he's coming in one slot, and then now I get to respond with my own Ninetales in one of my own slots this time. So I was getting that information. So, yeah, it does Bug Bite. Makes sense. Okay. And now, obviously, I threaten with switch to Ninetales for evidence. They could go for Hurricane. That would hurt. Good Thunderbolt Pelipper. going to do this. It's fairly obvious. But they're quite inclined to... They kind of want to switch out Pelipper. Like, if saying in, then, like, they're going to leave it open to my turns for next turn. Nice, okay. So... we may well just see Sizzle protect here. But at least we're not losing anything. Just getting faster and faster. Did I bring Frigoroth? I can't remember. Please tell me I've got Frigoroth. Nice, okay, I did. Yeah, this is pretty big. So let's get in Frigoroth now. This should surprise them. Where do I throw this move? Because you could just switch Sizzle back into Pelipper this turn. Makes one a close combat with Kang. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's fake out. Bullet punch, perfect. What a switch. And is it not chocolate? Good, right. Yeah, that is a fine turn. Sorry, Kang. Screenshot save there. It's been one of the best Armatel uses ever. And because Frigoroth's really slow, usually, sometimes I can it'll be the last to switch, I can get weather control as well. At least still on full health? I obviously want to attack Blaziken at some point, but I'm very quick now, right? Yes, possibly speed, so I'm still out of speed. Oh, I've got that on time. Tom. Yeah, we just see what the moveset on this Swampert is now. And whether they're feeling brave and they just go for the attack on Sizzle or not. That is very good. So probably an Earthquake? Yeah. So now we threaten with Flare Blitz, but obviously Pelipper can just easily come in. But yeah, I'm going to make them choose though. So if they want to get rid of Blaziken, they're going to have to take my Leaf Storm and go down. Then how do I deal with Scizor in the end game? I don't think I've got a lot for it. So maybe I could just... Can we save Blaziken? I think I'll save it. Yeah, I'm going to save it. I think I need it with Sizzle. To World's Worst, I think I can still do alright, but... okay, nice. We get Thunderbolt and Pelipper this turn. Really good. That's what the red crash is. Really wants to get rid of it. Okay, I got it, alright. Dash. It's not good, alright. So we've locked up the weather one. Blaziken does eventually come in and can deal with this system. So it's looking good. It's not over though. Because Swampert can just kind of protect. It's a little kind of bug bite Rotom. So I'm inclined to protect. Still think this is okay. Okay, Ninetales goes down. Because, like, a Thunderbolt into Scizor isn't really achieving much. Life-wise. Yeah, Rotom, I think, will just drop this Bug Bite then. The thing is, I think I'll be faster than this. Rather, Blaziken now can, yeah, cover the Scizor, rather. So, Storm, now Flare Blitz. Although, yeah, no. Sorry, this doesn't cover it at all. No, they could just still just protect Sizzle. But they don't! Yes! Okay. You! We just hit Leaf Storm though. Let's see if that happens. Oh, that was a tricky one. Versus a great team with Blaziken, but we preserved it. Nice job. Alrighty, that's a Corwitzer, and a Golem, and a Crabominable, and friends. So Farigiraf is definitely coming here. So that looks like a Trick Room team if I've ever seen one. And who else is coming? Who gets to come? Who gets to come on the journey? Like, there's one thing to stop Trick Room, but there's also another thing to stop these very bulky, powerful Pokemon. So King Gambit could come. I think probably is a good idea to deal with the Sylveon. And friends. Yeah, there's a lot this thing hits. I think I'll go Ninetales and back, just because we've got Free Strike with Corwitzer and Ice does hit a few things as well. And then Blaziken. Yeah. Let's do it. No Arrow Rotom, but I think that makes sense. We don't need Tailwind right now. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Not needing any Trick Room, which is probably right for something to do. This is probably Aura Sphere, Corwitzer, and King Gambit. We'll try and get in Ninetales now. Do they go on the offensive with the Sylveon? I'm going to hope they don't. They're not very fast, but they think they might be fast enough, and then just to double up, which is KO. So I'm just going to go for the Iron Head and see what happens. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I expected that. Goodbye, Sylveon. And just Dark Pulse. Wow, okay. This turn couldn't really have gone any better. Sweet. Maybe no Aura Sphere? Well, it comes in Mega, I'm gonna guess. I could Encore that Corwitzer. Make it pretty useless. It may just switch though. Let's see. Okay. Mega Girl looks awesome. It's so big. There we have this as well. And the Caltech people go next, as we saw last turn. It's faster than Pulitzer. Ooh, goodbye, Gola. Sorry. And it's Sludge Bomb. I didn't know Pulitzer got Sludge Bomb. Okay. This goes down, unfortunately. Let's get Briggs in again, just in case another triple round comes in. Okay. Right, down to the last two, but it's not over yet. I think I'm going to keep it safe in prison. Definitely don't want Tripping going in. Stop dealing with the Sinister now. I mean, I suppose there was an argument to attacking the Pulitzer, to be fair, because I could always flare blitz the Sinister. But they rage powder, so. Then, yeah, it gets in close combat range from Pulitzer. Seal some moves. And that is, yeah, would have been a one-hit KO. Wow, that's pretty powerful. This comes out now. Right, just need damage now into Pulitzer. That's fine. Yeah, it was just a case of that, really. It's just like it should be enough. Yes, it's Blaziken strong. Oh, yeah. Rigoroth is strong. Sorry, Rigoroth, you are also very strong. So, well, Rigoroth, you did your job there. Well done. Blaziken will come in with a very amount of multi damage dealt already. Technically, I should probably just do this in case the card comes out. So is it just safer to safe and do it this way, I think, given I've got the Sash. Gambit, and it looks like they probably don't have Aura Sphere. It's unfortunate for them. Yeah, no color, it's fine. And then there should be probably a water move. And water pulse. Okay, and that should be game. Snow is gone. Blaziken speeding up. And they go. Nice one, Blaziken. Good job. GG's. Right, Gengar, Annihilate, Milotic, Incineroar, Aerodactyl, and Basculegion Male. Okay. Annihilate being the red beam on that team. Don't see a lot of it these days. Understandable with some of the nerfs it's received. Okay. If that's a Mega Gengar, that could make things tricky. I always find them tricky, because I don't need ghost types or ability moves of my own. Might be a Rotom game. Gambit as usual just looks really good. possibly a Ninetales lead. How important is Tailwind here? Not extremely, and also kind of gets threatened a bit. Let's do that. Let's bring Blaziken, and let's bring Rotom. Like this. Yeah, just don't know what this Gengar's going to do. That third move is always a bit tricky. Kingambit's not doing a lot right now, is it? I think you're getting it out of here for now. Or I could just go on the offense. Yeah, let's go to Rotom. And I'm going to just go for a Blizzard. I think if I fail, I'd use it now. It's quite good. But I'm hoping to see some setup of some sort first. Which we can punish. Oh. What's this going to be? Okay, just checking out Blizzard. Just throwing out there. Just throwing out there. Sorry. Probably not what you want to see. Because that's very good for me. Yeah, that's very nice. So, I'm threatening Encore into my Milotic now. Like, it might want to switch anyway, because Rotom's down the field. He's crying out for an Incineroar switch in. Which they don't do. Okay, right. Really good damage. That's why I love the Never Melt Tyson's Ninetales. It's been so useful. And I just want to get rid of that Pokemon. I don't know what it does, but just, yeah, go away. Okay, it's nice. Yeah, this is a very specially defensive Rotom, so we're going to take that quite nicely. Again, that could be another good Encore target if I get in Blaziken this turn, or Rotom instead. Okay. Right, Genjar, here we go. Now, Sludge Bomb. I don't actually know if it's usually enough to KO Ninetales. Yes, it very much is. Okay. I'd love to Electro Web, but I will just only make that Milotic very powerful. Do that, and then yeah, I think it's getting Jambit after that. It's so obvious. Works. It's okay. Also, I don't think he's going to get KO either. We'll put it in range of a lot. Oh, good play. We're going to see instead here. I probably deserve a freeze, actually. It's not happening. It's alright. Okay, that's the thing. And it is Sludge Bomb, so I need to be careful. Yeah, let's get it Blaziken now. I'm tempted to say that protecting Blaziken is really obvious. So obvious. That I just want to attack. I think I'm going to do that. So, close combat, and I think I'm going to attack. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my later. Especially with Rotom gone. It's pretty. What's the good thing about close combating now is that Gengar was first, basically instant survival attack, and then the defense shots in close combat happen afterwards. Oh. That was so nice. Right, close combat. Skadoosh. Citrus? No. You. That is a fantastic turn. Okay, just Mega Gengar and Bastion Legion. Ninetales in the back. It's tricky. So the downside of this King Gambit is because it's jolly and not black glasses, is that actually Bastion Legions can survive Sucker Punch fairly easily. Gengars, however, not so much. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, fair enough. They get that right. I was going to say, surely they want to try and target down in Gambit now. But this, yeah, I was going to say, probably doesn't KO. Might have been a roll. Do they have Aqua Jet, and are they Scarf, etc, etc, etc. Now, I can obviously Rock Tomb there. Because if, like, they are not Scarf, then actually their Aqua Jet will probably go after my Sucker Punch. I think here I do this. Punch fails. And it isn't Scarf, okay? Oh, that KOs. What? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, as you can see though, every time I could have like Sucker Punched the Bastion Legion and it would just be gone. And it's not happened yet. Protect again. And Bastion Legion could also protect here. That's the problem. It could like protect and then. Oh. Do it. I'm sucking this Gengar again. Yes! Okay, is it enough? Yes, okay. Right, that should be enough now. Okay. Yeah. Ninetales was suddenly a bit of a threat. They needed to try and attack. Oh my gosh. GG. GG. Well played. G played, well played, G, well judged, well game. Okay. So there's the team! It was really good fun this week. Like, Blaziken is... It gives you a little bit more adrenaline, maybe a little bit more anxiety, this team, but it is a really fun one. And a good one if you want to be trying to climb the ladder quickly, I would say, too. Like, just being able to take down even some, like, rain teams and stuff has been really nice with this. I think the Rotom is a particularly interesting pick, too. I can maybe see it being useful on some other teams that maybe struggle with Charizard, Venusaur. I'm loving King Gambit, just so good. So sometimes the sash doesn't get propped a lot of the time, but just knowing you've got it just gives you so much insurance, and you can just play much more aggressively with it too. And I think Blaziken is definitely a threat that's here to stay in Regulation Set B. I think it's flies under the radar enough that people just aren't preparing for it, and then you see it, you go, oh yeah, no, Blaziken. Such a good Pokemon. So, hope you enjoyed it. There's the rental code at the top of the screen if you would like to try it out, as well as the rental codes for all of my previous series as well. Only the last 9 though, because you can only have maximum 10 rentals at a time. So, every time this rental comes in, the last one has to go. So unfortunately the Mega Aerodactyl team is no longer available, but still the previous 9 episodes are, and of course the Blaziken at the moment too. So please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the content. There will be more coming up, and I shall see you very soon for the next one. Bye for now.